want to play that. Welcome to Nutz at Night, episode number 7. Looking for good web hosting? Use Podnutz's favorite web host.
Hey,
the company.
he doesn't have to move his lips.
Damn, is
You didn't
anything
even move
else
your
gonna
lips.
play? Welcome to Nutz at Night, episode number 79. The show where I don't know what the hell is gonna happen, to be honest. Where we talk about tech-centric, but not 100% tech-related things. We kind of stray. And if you guys want to get away from tech a little bit, but still want to have fun, this is the show to do it on. So let me introduce the guest hosts right now, without further ado. Steve D'Amico, who is the co-host, one of the co-hosts. What's up, Steve?
Hey, hey.
William Tidwell from Jump State Computers. What's up, William?
How's it going?
Awesome. You were thinking about messing with me again, weren't you? By not saying anything, like last show? Let's mess with Steve. Let's just not say anything. Okay, guys, so Steve D, why don't you start us off for tonight with the Nutz at Night excitement?
Sure. Well, I got a lot of funness with this one. You remember Big Head Ted Williams?
I guess he has a real big head. I didn't really notice, but yes.
I think his head looks like I like Ted Williams, so that's why I'm gonna be mean to him. I think his head looks like one of those Easter Island kind of heads, those big stone heads. I think it looks exactly like one of them.
Really?
Yes. Well, anyway, poor Ted Williams. He I actually do like him. He left rehab, and his mom wants him back.
How often do the cats walk across your
check.
stuff and mess it up?
No, never. It's
Oh.
completely me. Check. Okay, Steve, you are good. You were talking about Ted Williams' head for people who are listening, watching on the video. The audio got recorded.
Yes.
Ted Williams' head reminds you of Stonehenge, or no, an Easter Island statue. And then Ted
Yes.
Williams just left rehab, and you said his mom wants him to go back to rehab, and that I was right about something.
Yes.
What was I right about?
So you were definitely right. He was right that he's going to be a mess. He's going to be kind of a disaster.
There was just something wrong with him if he's still out in the street, and he's that intelligent of a person, as you could tell from talking to him. He is not just, he had some education. Why is he still out there? You could tell something was very wrong.
And what is wrong is that he wasn't sober for the 2 years that he said he was.
Right.
And then he went to rehab, and then he, for whatever reason, left rehab against all of his doctor's wishes, and he's been out of rehab supposedly, and his mom just hit the news wire. His mom wants him to go back. She's speaking publicly. So who knows? We'll see how it becomes. It looks like a slowly turn. It looks like we're entering into a little bit of a train wreck.
Let's remind everybody who Ted Williams is, because there might be a bald dude that just barely remembered exactly what we were talking about.
Not the baseball player Ted Williams. We're talking about the Ted Williams that is he's the big golden voice guy, the homeless guy.
The homeless guy, the homeless guy they found on the street. Became YouTube famous for his voice, and is now out of rehab, I guess. Not clean out of rehab, left rehab. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame.
That, and I can give you a couple quick ones. Kevin Smith announced that he's no longer going to be doing movies. He's got another 2 movies. One's like, I think, partly in the can. He's got another one that's going to come out, and then that's it. Done. He's not going to be a director anymore.
He's going to be a podcaster. That dude should be a podcaster.
He already is a podcaster, pretty much. But
He is?
Yeah, he has his own show. It's really pretty good.
Smodcast or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Smodcast.
Right. I guess I had that in my universe, but I totally forgot.
Yeah, I'm really pretty upset over the Kevin Smith thing. I hope his fans, for everybody out there that are Kevin Smith fans, there's definitely a few out there. I think everybody should mobilize. He's got a very tight knit group of fans. I think his fan base should revolt in a polite way, to basically nudge him into the right direction. Screw the critics. I think he's leaving because of critics.
I don't think when he says that, either I don't think he's going to make good on it, or he's going to be so involved with the internet and some kind of media that people aren't going to miss him.
That sounds like a cop-out, though. I mean, obviously he doesn't care what people think. I mean, you don't make movies like that and really give a damn about what the critics say.
Well, I think he got
For the most
killed.
part.
He got killed for Cop Out. I mean, people were not nice to him over that. I mean, it didn't do well.
But that's fine. If a movie sucks, call a person on it. But I mean, if you can't handle it, I mean, how are you going to get off making these movies where you're calling people out on stuff you disagree with? I mean,
yeah.
Did he say he was not
hypocrisy there?
Yeah, did he say he was not doing it because of the critics?
That was, I think, the gist of it.
That ain't cool.
And,
I don't see him as a type of that type of person either.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I don't know. I think he really got this. I think maybe he lost the love. I don't know. I guess he's explained it a little better. I'm sure. I don't know. That really bugs me. I hope it's not going to end up being true, because it's going to be a while before he's not a director, because he still has one movie that's still come out, and then he's working on it's something called it's a hockey movie of some kind. I think it's called Hit Somebody. So that's what the current title is.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that one.
We got to do something about your audio. I just turned the hiss all the way up. You got to listen to this podcast back and you'll hear it. There's just a hiss. It's just a loud hiss.
Should I disconnect and reconnect my little cables here?
No, before next week.
Why do you have to reconnect?
We're going to have to get you. They're just the analog cables, right?
Yeah.
Before next week, we're going to have to get you a USB thing somehow. If you can dig it out of the trash.
Static can build up in those lines, and then when you pull it out, you can discharge
the
static.
Give it a shot. Let's see how it works.
Holy cow.
Any difference?
No. It's okay, though. We'll do it before next week. It was worth a shot. I think William made that up about static discharge, but...
No, we get it all the time in the cable industry.
Really?
Yeah, because the coax, if you think about it, it's a metal in the middle. You've got a dielectric, and then it's surrounded by metal, so it's basically a giant capacitor. So if you get any difference in there, it'll store the charge, and then once you break it open, it'll discharge.
Okay. Can you see yourself in your webcam, William?
I'm not watching it, but yeah, I could.
Just try to, because I centered you, and then you keep moving lower and lower and lower.
Oh, yeah, I'm all over the place. There's no chance.
All right, just so you're in some type of camera view. All right. There you go. That's fine. Steve, don't worry about it. You're good. We'll do it next week.
Sorry. I just wanted to give it a quick shot.
Okay. What else? Do you have anything else, Steve, or should we go over to William?
Oh, another quick one. Anne Hathaway is going to be the next Catwoman.
Oh, man. I know, right? What? Was Kate Beckinsale busy or something?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That's a good call, William.
And,
yeah.
I mean, I like Emma Stone, but she's going to be the new Mary Jane for the new Spider-Man reboot.
You know,
and she went blonde. What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she went blonde for it, too.
I don't know, man. Emma Stone is appealing, but not as cute as others, I would say.
Yeah.
Agreed, but the character's a redhead, so why would she go blonde?
They're just, I don't know, for a change.
I don't know.
She should be redhead. Totally.
But I think, you know what, I think...
seen Easy A?
No, is it good?
It was funny. Yeah, pretty good.
I heard it was good. I think that Anne Hathaway actually will do a good job. She's actually a very versatile actress. And
I look at her and I see Disney, though.
No, dude. I've seen her in movies that she's pretty hardcore.
I've seen those movies, too, and I think that's where she was trying to break out, but I just every time I look at her, I still see Disney.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to remember who's directing.
And who is directing? I don't know much about the reboot on it.
What's his now? You make
not Michael Bay, I hope.
No. God, why am I drawing a blank? What's his name?
The guy.
See, Eric says she's gonna be playing Gwen. That would make more sense where she's blonde, but for some reason, what I read said she was gonna be MJ.
I know the guy, everything about the guy, but Christopher Nolan. I just forgot his name. Christopher Nolan. I mean, the guy he's incredible. He's ridiculous. If anybody hasn't seen any of the movies that Chris Nolan has directed, do yourself a favor and go.
He did Batman Begins.
He did Batman Begins. He did, of course, the last Batman, and he did a lot of other excellent movies like Memento, Inception. Let's see, what was the other one? I forget. I always forget the other one.
Well, it must be good.
You know, I finally watched Inception. I gotta say, with a movie like that, I hate it when they leave you hanging at the end. Like, well, is this real or is this not? Just come out and tell us. Yeah, you know. I mean, it's obviously been a confusing movie.
Well, was it confusing to you?
I mean, it wasn't confusing, but I can see how it'd be confusing.
You know, I must not have the IQ of you guys, because I felt like standing up in the theater halfway through and just yelling, "What the F?" And if I did, I bet everybody would stand up and start applauding me.
I can see that, but I don't know. I kind of like movies like that.
You have to watch like 3 times in order to fully, completely get it.
I do want to watch it. I'm going to give it another shot.
But the ending just was kind of. I don't like ambiguous endings for stuff like that. You know, if the movie wasn't, if it had been just kind of a normal ending or a normal movie throughout, and then they give you an ambiguous ending like that, you know, I'm okay with it. But for a movie like that, meh.
I'm not a big. Well, I'll tell you this. You know what? I can tolerate that kind of ambiguous kind of type of ending, a lot better than the super hard. You'll never believe this twist. That drives me crazy. I don't want to be tricked. I want to watch a movie. You know, don't trick me. I don't want to be tricked. I want to watch a good movie.
Like give me an example, because I kind of like big twist movies. It might not be to the point that you hate them though. Like what don't you like? Like, I mean, is there an example? You mean like the Sixth Sense, like the Sixth Sense kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah, like that.
I like that.
The Sixth Sense. I mean, look, it was a good movie even with or without the twist. So, I guess it's a bad example. You know, I'm not really thinking of it. Oh! I remember one. I'll forget the name of it though.
Because I like movies where they kind of give you clues the whole movie that something is, you should know something, and then at the end they give that twist and. Then you can go back and watch the movie and go, oh, yeah, I should have figured that out because of all these things that happened that I didn't know.
But I think the problem with that method of all the foreshadowing and everything is the average audience member isn't there to think for the most part. And so it gets, they overdo it. They way overdo it. So half an hour in, you're like, oh, obviously that was important the way they focused on it like that.
Right.
And then so you know the ending before the ending.
Well, those movies I can't stand where they basically insult my intelligence.
I gotta say, I love the movies where you get the real world ending. Those make me kind of, I don't know, I kind of like those. Did you guys see Repo Man?
Repo Man.
Where they harvest the organs and everything.
That did horrible in the movie theater, and I skipped it.
It was worth watching. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of stuff was far fetched, but I like the way that ended.
I have not seen it. I'll check that out. I'll just watch the ending though. All right, William, what do you have for us?
Do you guys ever play the Oregon Trail when you're kids? You know, on the old Apple IIs.
I think I played it in school once.
I've never played it.
You've never played Oregon Trail? Yeah.
No, I've seen it.
Here's your chance to play Oregon Trail. There in the chat. Of course, this is a little bit different spin on the original. The original was the Oregon Trail. You're in a covered wagon following the Oregon Trail, and everybody dies of dysentery all the time. Your freaking yokes break, you lose wheels, all that crap. This is an updated version with zombies. So instead of Oregon like the state, it's Oregon as in entrails.
Really?
Yeah. It's totally 4-bit, 8-bit. It's awesome. Take 20 minutes one day and just play through.
Okay.
Oh, this is really cool. I like this.
I want to try to get that screen up, but I don't want to mess up the audio for everybody. All right, bear with me for 1 second. This should work. Hopefully it will. Check. Okay. There we go. But we don't want it full screen like that. Hang on, I had to stop the recording for a sec. Because I'm going to need to do this anyway. So let me edit that shot.
So when are you planning on going video on the podcasts? Or is it just a bandwidth issue?
No, I can do it soon, Very soon, actually.
Very nice.
I'm working on it. Okay, desktop presenter. Show desktop presenter. Where is desktop presenter?
You know something I really hate about Google Voice Search? For being a technology company, they have no idea when you're using technology words.
Really?
Yeah, the translations for anything technology just comes up ass. I mean, it's horrible.
Comes up ass. Damn, I had to close. Oh, damn. Lost all my links. All right, give me 1 second here. Time to get them back. The
You
just
shouldn't.
links.
Still running Mint? Did you get your
Time to get them.
utilization issues on that for the video?
No, it's still probably gonna crash, but it'll be fun.
That'll be awesome. Hey, Door, my Mint machine crashed.
All right, let me get my Gmail back. Damn, I can't believe I lost all my links. 1 sec, guys. Sorry.
I disagree, Max Timon. I for the most part, it's right on. I never type unless I have to, or I'm somewhere I don't want to be talking to my phone looking like a crazy person.
Translation from between languages, or
No, just speech input.
Chris wants you to just shut up.
Fanboy.
Yeah. Yeah, I sense a budding fanboy in you.
So do I. I'm worried for Chris.
Yeah,
we all
think
should be. I think we need to have
You gotta
a
start a new show called Mac Fanboy, and it'll just be Chris.
just Chris just looking amazed at his eye. He's got something in his hand that says eye in front of it.
What is the thing where all your friends
never
get together
have an
and tell you to
issue.
stop using drugs? What are those things called?
Intervention.
Yeah, we need to have an intervention for Chris.
Yeah. Hey, Chris shouldn't mind. It starts with an I.
Oh, I was just gonna make fun of Alex Lindsay too.
An
And
eye
so you should
intervention.
just call it the Alex Lindsay Tech Adventures Hour.
They're gonna be like best. They're gonna be like chums for life.
That's the next Mac product right there. Instead of it'll be I never. That's what it'll be. Because it's never gonna do what you want until it's time for the new version to come out.
I hate you guys.
There's another good product I hate.
Okay. All right. Ready? Let's take it from the Oregon Trail. All right, William, Eddie, and here we go. So, this game you said had entrails in it. Is that what it was?
No, it's
Okay.
just called Oregon as in Oregon.
Oh, Oregon. I see.
Instead of
I see.
Oregon, it's Oregon.
That's awesome. Man, I haven't seen a game like that in a long time. It's very old school. Does it work?
It's awesome. I played it all the way through. I've never beaten the original Oregon Trail, but that's because I was playing it when I was like 7 and 8 and had no idea how to actually do anything.
Right.
Like, oh, I'll
exactly.
just buy 1,000 of this.
What is this? Is great, man. Oh, I gotta try this. I'm gonna play this after the show. Look at that. That's a town and country station
Heck
wagon.
yeah. It's got the nice veneer paneling. 9 miles a gallon, probably.
I love it. Very cool. All right, let me bring something to the table real quick here. Oops. I want to talk about we're ripping on Chris, but I actually have an iPad app that I want to talk about.
Oh,
I can't believe
Oh,
it.
you got that case, huh?
No, it was just the Apple case.
Ah.
The rubbery. I actually don't like it, but I'm going to use it for now. It's not too bad. But there's an app that I don't even know if it's on any other devices, but it's called Toontastic. And a lot of times, like, this is my bedtime device now. I read all my news and I play podcasts and stuff, and it sits by my bedside. And I always hit the App Store every night before I go to bed and see if there's anything new. And I'm usually very unimpressed with what I find there. But I finally did find an app called Toontastic. Here it is. And let me go to that camera view there. It's basically an app that allows you.
See, I was expecting audio. Tune, not cartoon.
No, it's cartoon. Uh-oh, I just think I broke my iPad. It's not supposed to look like that. What's going on here? I gotta restart it. I broke it. Broke my app. Anyway, you make your own cartoons on this, and you add in your own vocal tracks, and you move the little dudes across the screen.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And you record it. It's like the easiest thing in the world, easiest way in the world, and it is crashing right now. Something's definitely wrong. I think I broke it. But you make cartoons with it.
Just reboot it. Just take out the battery and put it back in. That's all.
Oh, wait a second.
But see, there's like horses and stuff like that, and you move them around, but you could animate them, and you pick new cartoon, you add a soundtrack to it, you create characters, you could draw your own landscapes, and you make your own cartoons. It takes like 10 minutes, and you can just create the most hilarious stuff and just upload it to, I think it's toontube.com, and then you can make it like a YouTube video. So I was going to make one for Nutz at Night with like all the characters, but I didn't have time.
That's
so
totally what I was thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Just putting
like you can make very adult cartoons. Oh, here's one a cartoon I made. It was just a test. I play it. I'm done. Oh, this is I can supposedly go back and edit it. Okay. It's fine. Now let me play it. Okay, it's called Awesome.
Who knows post-diction? I want my character to have a huge flowing mane of hair.
That was scene 1. And now they're running around and chasing each other and stuff. And it's super easy to do. So, and then he jumped on a horse and he's riding away, but you can only move one character at a time, so you can't have him ride away on the horse.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's great. So anyway, I put like a really lame score in there and everything. But it's a great app. It's because you could be creative. I love apps where you can be creative without having to read like 7,000 pages of manuals. And that thing you can just start creating immediately. And, all these kids are making cartoons and uploading them to ToonTube. But you could make some like, not like, explicitly horrible cartoons, but you can make like adult humor cartoons and upload them there too. And it would just be hilarious. So I'm going to make a couple. If anybody else can grab that app, let me see what kind of cartoons you can make. Submit them to us, and we'll play them on the next episode at Nutz at Night. How about that? But that's one of my contributions for tonight.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, Steve.
Can you draw your own Can you draw your own like little characters?
Yeah, you could draw your own character and your own background. But the paint brushes and tools are very limited, but just limited enough that you don't have to figure anything out. It's super easy. Like a kid, it's made for a kid. So it's easy to make a cartoon, and you can just say whatever you want. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kids would love to play with something like that too.
It's really well done, I got to admit.
Too bad I can't make my baby make a cartoon.
You might be able to download it for PC or something like that. I don't know.
My baby.
I love animation like that where you get somebody just doing sound effects with their voice, like Desktop Tower Defense, where it's just
really
this really addictive game, and it's a dude just going shoo, shoo. You guys ever played that?
No, Desktop Tower Defense.
Oh man, don't do it unless you got some time to kill.
I'll definitely do it. That's hilarious that they use their voice for sound effects. I appreciate that too. All right, Steve D, what do you got?
I saw this. My friend Walter, who listens to the show, he brought this to my attention, and I have to thank him for that. If you go to my blog, StephenDMiko.com, you'll see the post for the video, and it's a Geek Squad Service Center documentary. They call it a documentary. It's an 8-minute commercial, really. And I think everybody should watch it. Any of you techs out there that have some form of a business where you're servicing customers, you really got to check this out. Because, but I have to preface this, okay? Before you check this video out, before you hit the play button, get a pail or a bag or something nearby just in case.
Oh, is it that bad? I can only imagine. They show like upstanding Geek Squad employees saying profound things that just make you want to vomit. Is that what it basically is?
It gives you a tour through their whole repair service, and it shows how they have like these little Geek Squad cities all throughout the country, strategically placed, and how they're all perfectly dressed, and they're all so concerned about quality, and they're all, and then how they basically ship off all these. They don't have real techs in the shop, in their service centers inside of Best Buy. They ship everything out. And they ship it out to this like a big giant warehouse where they all are in like little cubicles and stuff, and they work on your systems in as fast as humanly possible. They say that they claim that they could work on close to 18 systems per day.
Okay. This is something you don't brag about as a company. Okay? This is like a doctor saying, I can handle 30 patients a day. And then everybody's supposed to go to him because he's so fat. Like, that doesn't make sense. You don't want a tech to be doing that to your computer. You want time and care.
No, that makes perfect sense. They can do 18 machines a day, and then they get to see 16 of them again tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Repeat this.
I mean, they talk about, getting parts. They pretend like they can get parts like within a day. It's just ridiculous. None of these places are getting, that unusual LCD panel or that unusual inverter for a laptop in a day.
Well, who was the video made for?
It's made for customers, but it's really it's an 8-minute. It's kind of like it's kind of documentary style, but it's really a commercial. It's very professional, but you really get to see their process, and I think everybody should see it. I'm tearing it to pieces, and we're all going to tear it to pieces, and we should.
Well, he said CompuPal says the video's not that bad.
It's
just overly self-serving.
It's overly sweet. Yes, overly self-serving.
Quality, just horrible content.
Yes. It makes it kind of sick. So, but I think everybody, I think it's required watching for anybody who claims to be a computer repair technician in the world, because you get to see your competition. You get to step into your competition shop, see their competition's, method. And you get to see everything that they're doing, so that you're a little more enlightened, a little more, little more worldly.
Okay. And where can people find this?
You can find it on my blog. You can also find it.
Oh, that's right. Your blog. That's right. I forgot that.
Yep. StephenDemico.com. You can check it out there. Also, you can check out my Twitter. I just recently tweeted it. Or you can tweet me and ask me, where is it? If you know how to spell DAMICO. That's fine.
Or you can just go to JimsTechComputers.com, since we're going to be link dropping. Okay. It's not there, but you can go there.
You can go there and just look at it.
Or you can just go to William's site. All right.
Also to accompany that, I also have it's not a spreadsheet. It's almost like a spreadsheet. It's a table of all their pricing. And what's conveniently not there is a lot of their advanced hardware pricing. Their hardware fixes is conveniently not listed there because it's not on their website. I took all their pricing from their website and I put it in a nice table, so it's you can easily read it and easily see what their pricing is, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people that their
some
pricing
of that is just so ridiculous.
Yeah, some of it's really high.
They charge you to quote.
Yes, they charge for quotes. That's where it gets a little outrageous.
Well, $70 for
$70 to quote how much it's going to cost to do a backup.
Oh my gosh!
Am I coming over and picking it up in a truck and backing it up? I mean, are these files that aren't on your computer yet? Why do I need to quote that?
My gosh! In-home spyware removal, $299. This is
Chris is totally right. These guys are like the best thing that could ever happen to us.
It really is. Seriously, you could take this, frame it, put it in your shop, whoever you are, and when you tell people your rates, we'll make your rates lower than this. First, you don't even have to make them, I guess, by much. But if you make them lower than this, you can say, all right, well, you could take it to Best Buy, and this is how much they're going to charge you.
Well, technically, if you do a good enough job, I mean, you don't really have to be lower, but come on, how many people are going to charge more than this?
Oh, man. That's so awesome. Virus and spyware removal, $299.99.
And in-shop is $149.
No, online is $149. In-shop is $199.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong, yeah. $199, $200 to drop it off and have a piece of spyware removed.
See, to get that price, you have to lie to the customer so they think that the virus on their machine is the worst thing that has ever happened in their machine in the history of machines. Like, for somebody to drop that much money, they must have to think that this virus is so tough to get rid of. That's too much. It's too much.
Well, I think part of the reason that their hardware repairs are so high, like $299 for whatever, is because they want you to purchase a new computer.
I don't think so. I can't imagine. They don't make a lot of money on new computers, do they? They don't make a lot of money. They make
money on their upsales for all the new computers. Oh, well, you got to get this monster cable so you can hook it to your HD TV.
Okay.
And they charge like $30.
You need the full internet security. That's just regular old McAfee.
Wait, you mean to tell me the profit margin on $300 for an in-home virus removal is not as good as buying a new computer? The profit it's not.
Yes. Because wait, hold on. I'll tell you why. Because a new computer. Because then you go, oh, I'm not paying the $300. That's crazy. I'll buy a new computer for $500, right? $550, $600, depending on what's available. Then you take that new computer. Where do you got to go in order to buy that computer? You got to go back up to that counter, and then what are they going to do? They're going to tell you that you're going to die. That the whole world is going to come to an end, and everyone you know and love is going to die if you don't have the newest copy of Trend Micro.
I still can't believe that $300 is a lot of money.
They make there's no margin on hardware for a store like that. They make it on the accessories, the upsells.
And then what they do is they charge. So you think, oh, but then they're going to put Trend Micro in my system for $80 for the Trend Micro Internet Security Suite.
No, and they're going to charge you $30 to install it too.
That's exactly what I was going to say next. Yep. So they make the whatever they're making that, which is pretty high margin on the software, and then they charge to install it. And I think it's like $30 for this, and then it's like another like $30 or $50 for removing any of the like the crapware, the garbageware that's on a lot of these systems. So at the end, I actually saw a customer's receipt. I wish I would have had the foresight to say, look, here's a $20 bill. Let me have that receipt. And actually scan it, because I remember seeing on the receipt, and I don't remember everything this lady had done, but she bought a system from Best Buy. She listened to everything they said, and it was the price of the system at the top, and then it was $30, $30, $30, $30, $60. That was for all the things that she had done to that new system.
Right. Yeah. It's like fishing. You watch the employees go fishing for customers and walking through the computer aisles at Best Buy, and then they find somebody that they have no idea what they're talking about, and they reel them in, and they just really, what's it called, pull the wool over their eyes?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, these people are coming in to get something. They know they're in a store where that's going to happen. But at the same time, so long as that customer leaves happy and they don't feel ripped off, you really don't need to feel bad. But at the same time, I don't think any of us are going to bring it as much as Best Buy would like that either.
You know what? I think we all get mad at the pricing because we're all jealous. We're all jealous. We can't charge $30.
Well, No. I'm not. I seriously, I'm not. I'm not jealous because we all can. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. We can all charge it.
I can't charge $30 to install.
The problem
you can. You just choose not to because
the problem is we know how to fix these machines, and we know what effort it takes to do these tasks that other companies are charging a lot of money for. So just having that knowledge makes you feel guilty more. I mean, guilty more than anything. But I don't know. It's any of us can charge that. I mean, there's nothing stopping us. There's no rules.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think they have a customer that goes, oh my God, they're indispensable, I must go back. I don't think any of them likes the service that much, and I don't think any of them are overly impressed.
Right.
I really, that's to my impression, because I mean they don't seem very loyal. They come to me a lot.
Yeah, and William, I don't see many people walking out smiling. It's like they had to do it.
If you've done it right, they will.
Right. At my shop, they did.
I mean, they'll thank you.
Right.
They're going to give you this big wad of cash. They're going to thank you and say, oh, do you mind if I tell all my friends? Can I have some cards?
No, I agree. For our shops, yes. But I'm talking about at Best Buy. I don't see a lot of people walking out going, yippee, what a deal. Like, skipping out the door after they just got hosed. But all right, well, let's keep it rolling here because we're about halfway through. We got a bunch more stuff to talk about.
Yes.
William, what do you want to go over?
This video here. Have you got that one queued up?
What
The YouTube.
one? Russia.
It's
I
in the
see.
Skype chat.
Oh, the Skype.
chat.
No, I'm okay with
Yeah.
the Justin chat now. I fired up Justin.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. There, if you want to
Yeah.
get that one.
Let's take
This is just funny. I mean, come on.
Here we go.
And then while you're getting that one queued up, I'll talk about InstantWatcher.com.
It's queued.
Oh, there you go. Nom 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 nom.
That's a cat, everyone.
It's cat says nom 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 while eating sour cream. Dude. Oh, that's really cute, man.
That cat's crazy.
I love it. All right, William. Now you. Okay, that's night and day difference from what you brought last
Redemption,
week.
right?
What? Yeah, that's totally
redemption,
redemption.
right?
That's total redemption. That was great.
Uh,
I like that. That's beautiful. What a cute little cat. Man, I want my cat to do that. I don't think you should feed them sour cream. Aren't cats like lactose intolerant? Like when they eat a lot of milk, it gives them the runs?
No, cats.
I'm telling
That's
you,
right.
dude. Yeah, look it up.
That's the old school thing. They give them a saucer of milk. You
I
know?
know, but how many old school things, think about it, are actually true in reality? An
Yeah.
apple a day keeps the doctor away. I mean, come on. Yeah, I was reading it. I was going to buy an ebook on a cat cookbook the other day.
You gonna cook them?
Hair cat. I mean,
No, dude.
Why would you?
how do you keep the hair from getting in the meat?
All right, we're veering off the track again. All right, the
Steve,
Nuts at
you
Night
do
train.
realize-
The Nuts at Night train just took a switch.
You
Let's
do
bring it back.
realize you have to kill them to eat
Let's
them.
bring it
You know
back.
that, right?
Let's bring it back. You guys okay now?
You should have known when you go there, right?
I know you. How could you have said that?
My turn. I'm gonna really rub it in your face with this one. Is it snowing up there, Steve?
just a tad.
Really? This?
Yeah,
Well,
we got only about 10 or 12 inches.
I feel so bad. This was me coming home from the dentist the other day. It was just a horrible day down in Florida.
Oh,
This is my trip back from the dentist. And
F you.
you know what? It's gonna come back at me. It's not gonna work. I bet.
We'll
Come on.
see how you feel in hurricane season.
Let's see. It's not even
It
gonna
looks
play.
like it's pretty cold tonight. We're in his little fleece.
It's not even playing. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it in non-full screen mode. Here it goes.
What was the temperature?
I was in shorts.
Man,
That was coming home from the dentist. That's the freaking horrible, oppressive land that I live in now.
all right, but what? Come on, I want to know what it is in Fahrenheit.
It's got to be. It was about 70 something.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I really rubbed it in at the end. I actually got out of the car, but let's see.
like when looking
Here.
for shells or
Here we
something.
go. This is me getting out of the car. Nice.
You did this just to bug
Just to
me.
get you
I
go.
did. And then there was an ugly sunset that I panned over to the right. Here we go. The glimmering sunset. Oh man. That's all I could think about when I was driving was I have to show these guys this. They're gonna
Meanwhile,
they're gonna hate me so much.
And meanwhile, I'm literally digging my way into my office. Literally trying to dig my way in, trying to make a path.
Oh man, it's just a shame. Plus, when I went to the dentist, I found out the hygienist, not the dentist, the girl who cleaned my teeth, is a female bodybuilder. You know, I walked in there. She's very pleasant. She's like, hi, and she couldn't tell, because she was wearing like long sleeve shirt, like not like a tight shirt as long. I'm like, okay, cool, nice dentist, and she's cleaning my teeth. She's like, she talked the whole time to me about her bodybuilding career and why she started and how she used to get in fights when she was young and punch people out. I mean, I have to do it. She's just awesome. And she's like, I never threw the first punch. And she kept talking, and then halfway through like my appointment, she's like, well, remember what I said about not throwing the first punch? I sometimes I threw the first punch. And then she's like, so I started working out, and I got more and more in shape, and then I saw these women winning these bodybuilding contests, and she's like, I could beat them. And she did. She like dominated all these contests in Florida. She pulls up her sleeve and shows me her bicep. It went whoop. It's humongous. It was awesome.
So she's one of these gals that paints herself red, right, Steve?
Yeah. Yes.
You're right. But she, you know what? She did. I was thinking about what you said, Steve, about that documentary from last week when she was telling me about how her diet had to be and stuff like that.
Crazy.
It really is. Like she didn't go to the extreme that dude did, I think, but she had to. She won some of those contests.
She had to, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get your body fat down to a ridiculous level before you compete, and it takes a few months to get down.
Dehydrate yourself the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get all the striations going.
Like in that documentary, the guy was actually talking about how he had to he had a bodybuilder who was giving him all the directions and exactly what to do, telling him word for word, this is exactly what you have to do. And the guy's job was pretty much just to follow directions. That's what his job was to do. And he one of the things though was to cut the water intake he was taking in even.
Oh man.
Because I'm kidding when I say this, but I guess because water has too many calories or something.
Too much weight.
I don't know what it was, but they just said, nope, we're gonna have to cut your water down to this. I mean, you're on a strict diet when your water intake is actually reduced.
Because and true, that's what a lot of people say: drink a lot of water when you're getting in shape. But drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water.
Well, it's not about being in shape for them. It's about looking in shape.
Right. Good point.
Well, more than looking in shape is to reduce the layer of fat all across our body under our skin so that you can see every little tiny every little tiny little ripple of your muscles.
She showed me a picture of her back. She's like, this is gonna gross you out. And she showed me a picture of her back, and it was pure muscle. It was almost like one of those diagrams in health class where they just show muscles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, she's like, not very womanly, is it? I'm like, I guess it's all right. I didn't want to be rude, but
afraid you're gonna hit me.
Right, exactly. But no, she like, you're right. She must have had to go through that to get that lean. But
yeah, well, that's just they reduce their body fat down to ridiculous single digits, and for the competition, and then that's but it's in like seasons. Like I guess like a baseball player would be like on
right,
you're living in a certain way during the baseball season. Then when off season is a little more relaxed, going out,
right,
eating relatively normal,
right,
and then going back to just the grind.
She was saying she even cheated on him. It's like she's supposed to have a cheat meal, like one cheat meal where you're allowed to eat whatever you want. She turned it into a cheat day. She still won.
Wow.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Let me do one more thing, and then we'll swing it back over to you, Steve. I'm kind of for a little while, a brief period, I was very interested in this whole IBM's Watson, the computer Watson on Jeopardy.
Oh God, I was watching that. It's great, isn't it?
Did the show actually come on? Because I'm totally out of time with it. But
16 days or something.
Okay, I did see a practice round. Did you watch the practice round?
Yeah, I did. That was awesome. You're gonna play that video?
Yeah, I have it queued up.
Awesome. I was gonna bring that.
Here we go.
Found a 1.75 million year old Australopithecus Boise-eyed skull. Watson?
Who is Mary Leakey?
You're right.
800, same category.
Harriet Boyd Hawes was the first woman to discover and excavate a Minoan settlement on this island. Watson?
What is Crete?
Yes.
Let's finish Chicks Dig Me.
At Mount Carmel in Israel, Dorothy Garrod was the first to find this prehistoric human skeleton outside of Europe. Ken?
What is Neanderthal?
You're right.
Let's go to children's books titles for 200.
Marjorie Williams' story.
And then Ken rocks it on
that comes
books
to life.
titles because Watson, I guess it didn't really fit in his database that well. But if you look at the score, Watson's winning by 2,000.
Jeez.
Doesn't he make a joke at some point too?
I don't think in this video he made a joke. He did say "chicks dig me." I think people were laughing at that though. But I think it's really just fascinating, man. That they got him programmed enough to understand questions like that. However, he's understanding them. You know, I don't know if it's audio or he can see. Like we were talking last week about, he could OCR the screen. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's definitely not allowed to have somebody type in the questions to him. So he's picking it up somehow, understanding it, and spitting out answers. I mean, you know, I mean, you could watch movies like iRobot and movies like that. You know, it's going to come to this, like Terminator. It's going to come to this eventually, where robots are going to be intelligent enough to pass off as humans, I think. And it's a little scary to watch this, but it's still very cool, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna be reading Shakespeare and tearing our heads off.
Oh man. I think it's funny when though they pan over to Watson answering the questions, and you see the humans pressing their buttons and like, oh man, like they can't be as fast as the computer on Jeopardy here. I think that's
and I guess that's kind of part of the skill behind being a champ. Is there's a guy backstage somewhere or to the side that actually enables the buzzers, so it's not something that's automatic.
What do you mean?
And so the timing the button is the part that's kind of hard.
What do you mean?
So when Alex gets done reading it, because there's no, there's not going to be some set time that it takes to read every single question. So it's, as far as I understood, it's always been a real human person waiting for Alex to finish the question that enables the buttons to be activated.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Champ guy was saying, hey, that he picked up on that and would watch the guy, and as soon as, because a lot of the guys are going to have the answer before the question's being done read, and you don't want to ring in early, so it's as soon as they see that guy enable the buzzer, they're on it.
Oh, really? They just press it even if they don't know the answer?
Well, no, I mean, a lot of times in these kind of competitions, you know the answer before they've got the question completely read. You're serious? The buzzers are not reset while Alex is in the middle of a question? It's still not reset from last round? I would fire the freaking buzzer guy. Well, no, they don't want you to ring in until the question's read.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would imagine after, like, the buzzers are activated really early, even before the question's even asked. I mean, Alex could say 2 words, and if the guy knows the answer, right?
Right, but I mean, watch. Just see if you ever get somebody ringing in before the question's done being read.
Oh, no kidding. Never noticed that. That's pretty interesting. All right, Steve D.
Okay, I have something very related. Dave Mustaine from Megadeth fame. Yes, Dave Mustaine was on Celebrity Jeopardy, and he was on with I don't know. I remember George Clinton, I think it was, and I don't know who some chick. I don't know who she was. It was like some kind of celebrity kind of thing. We were playing for charity and stuff like that. He absolutely dominated on Jeopardy. So any of you Megadeth fans, check out YouTube and type in Dave Mustaine Jeopardy, and you will have yourself a very, very big laugh, because it's 2 parts. I think it's about 9 and then 10. It's close to 20 minutes, but a little less, and it's amazing because they just kept shaking their heads like, what the hell, as he's just slamming that buzzer, just answering everything, just killing them.
Serious? I mean, I think I heard about him before. Isn't he like an MIT graduate or something like that, or no?
No.
Okay.
He was a drug addict.
Really? Dave Mustaine one? I didn't know that.
Like, really bad. In the end, should I blow it? I'm not blowing it. I already told you. I already told everyone how it plays out. In the end, he got 5,700, and I think one of them had 0 or a negative, and the other one one of them ended off, I think, at like about 700. I think George Clinton was down to 700.
I'm watching now. Who do you got in the middle? She's at negative 2,500. Mustaine. That's a negative 1,100. Let's see.
There's a few times where they just stopped. They both, her and George Clinton just stop, and then they just look at him. They just look at him like obviously you know this one too.
That's
Go ahead.
great.
Just like that. And then and it was cool because he just knew everything about music. I mean, stuff that from the 50s and all sorts of crazy stuff that you never expect him to know. He's really
it was all about music. It was Music Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Pretty
Well,
much.
yeah,
It
okay.
was
You
all
could.
music subjects.
Okay. He probably went to like
No.
No, he didn't go to any good college or anything like Berkeley
I don't
Music School of Music or Juilliard or anything like that.
I think he's a high school dropout.
Okay.
He didn't go to college, that's for sure. He was way too messed up on drugs for
Okay.
any of that stuff. He's clean now, but he was wow.
Wow.
If you read his book, the book that he had put out very recently, he talks about his addiction. It was really rough. I mean, he was
Really?
clean for a couple of short years here and there, but wow, he was really, really bad. Not the worst, but I mean, just tough to deal with. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, over to William.
Oh boy, what do I got now? I'm gonna talk about an Android app. It's called Button Remapper. So I've got my new Droid X now. I decided I'm gonna use it full time instead of my my iPod. So it's replaced my iPod.
Okay.
But the one thing this doesn't have, because I've got the old video iPod, not the touch.
Right.
So it's got hardware buttons. But
Right.
the thing the the Android phones are missing is a dedicated play pause button.
Right.
I use Dog Catcher for everything. Great app, but I don't like having to wake the screen up to pause it or leaving it on all the time, which isn't a big deal if it's plugged in the vehicle. I've got it charging while I'm rolling around. But I found an application called Button Remapper.
Okay.
You can take and remap any of your hardware buttons to pretty much any function you want. So
Is it from
even with
Beansoft?
let me double check here for you.
For full rooted, does it have to be on a rooted device? I'm just pulling it up on
Yes, yeah.
AppBrain. Okay.
So you've got here all the different hardware buttons. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Go ahead. I
There
got
you
you. I got you back on cam. You can show it if you
No,
want.
you're all right. It'll show up better there. But you can go in, you can dedicate just a quick press or a long press. It works great. So now I don't use my search button for anything. So anytime I push my search button, it plays or pauses whatever was last playing, whatever media was going last.
Ah,
You don't, screen off or on, doesn't matter. Works great. Love it. Absolutely love it.
very cool. Button remapper. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did notice that too. So you as far as do you have your phone now as your music player, basically?
Yes. Yep.
How do you find that compared to the iPod? I mean, it can't be as good of an interface, is it?
I no difference really.
Doesn't
Now that
matter?
I've got a hardware button, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Much
Okay.
better screen. I never plug it in. It just does the updates nightly. I've got locations settings set up on it, so once I get home, it turns the wireless on after a certain time,
Really?
and then it
Yeah.
just updates itself overnight. All my podcasts, video, audio, whatever.
Damn, that's smart.
It works great. You play it once you've finished one, it'll delete it for you.
As soon as you're done listening to it?
Yeah, it's got what they call finish actions. So once you're finished with that one, it marks as done and then it deletes it.
Very cool. Brilliant, as the
And
English
the
say.
screen is just great. Wonderful screen.
On the Droid X?
For the video. Awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was playing with TuneSync. I'm talking to Max Dimon in the chat there. I looked at that. That's a whole lot of money to shell out because you got to get the TuneSync, and then obviously you'd want to do it wireless. You don't want to keep being tethered to your machine all the time.
Right.
This seems to work a lot better for me, but I'm really mostly doing audio or podcast. I'm not so much doing the updating playlists and stuff like that.
Cool, man. It's a great app. I like it. All right, let's roll over to what do you like, what don't you like. You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. What I like. I'll tell you what I like first. I'll start off. I bought two things on Amazon today. I've been trying to get my computer set up so I could, because I'm doing video podcasts now. They take up a lot of space. So I want to have the option of removing drives easily, hot swapping drives out of my machine.
Yes.
Yeah. So I bought on Amazon. I bought two of those from Kingwin. a 3.5-inch hot swappable, like I call them a refrigerator door. Where you just open your refrigerator door on your computer, you pull out the hard drive and pop a new one in, and that's not what I like. Even though they are very awesome. I like them, but my real like was I did this on Amazon in probably under 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. I made the full purchase, and maybe close to a minute. But I love the ease of the Amazon experience. You know, it already recognizes you. You don't have to log in most of the time. You find what you want. You got the one-click checkout. And I didn't even use one-click. I just actually used the shopping cart, and it still took under a minute. I went to the shopping cart, Amazon Prime, $3.99 for overnight shipping. Love that. And and it was done, boom, and that was it. I finished, and I go, I'm bringing it up as my like tonight because that was one hell of a shopping experience. That's the way it should be. Name me any other site where you could jump on there and be done in a minute.
Yeah, they're great. Or podnutz.com/Amazon. They've got. I mean, if you ever have a problem, they're so responsive.
Really?
They're like the best to work with.
I'm
Say,
actually.
hey, I didn't get this shipped out, or hey, I received this. It was
Dude.
the wrong thing.
What do you think if I call them up and ask them or tell them that my battery never arrived to me because I think it got shipped to the wrong place? And you think I tell you, I tried getting that back from the wrong place. I mean, I called the post office. They said they would ship me everything that went to my mailbox at my old address. I asked my neighbor to get it. He died. I found out who the
You killed your neighbor trying to get your battery.
No, he just when he contacted him, it scared him.
It happened. I don't know what caused it. I feel a bit responsible. I mean, I didn't know it was that hard to pick up a battery, but
he went to pick it up and died.
Then get this, my buzzer to get into my old apartment, is still wired to my cell phone. So whenever somebody tries to buzz themselves into the apartment or call the person who lives there, my cell phone rings. I could buzz people into my apartment from Florida, basically. If I hit 9 on my cell phone, they could get in the door. So when people call me, this guy called me and he's like, I picked up and I go, hello, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to reach Samantha. I was trying to get in meet up with Samantha. I go, dude, I'm like, I got a battery shipped there. Can you check the mailbox for me? And he's like, well, I'm like,
I'll let you in if you check.
I know, I didn't let him. I didn't say I was gonna let him in. And so I finally did let him in, and he on the way back out is when Samantha wasn't there. So on the way back out, he called me back, and he's like, she wasn't there, so I'll tell her next time to buzz her buzzer, which will call you next time she goes in. But I still haven't heard from her, so it was pretty neat. But I'm thinking almost every day now to call Amazon and tell them, look, I never got my battery. I think this is what might have happened.
It's better than that. You go to their support site, you click a thing that says call me, and they call you.
Yeah, I did do that once. I did that once for Amazon On Demand movie. That worked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will. So yeah, podnutz.com/Amazon. 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 If you want to buy anything on Amazon, it's an awesome experience. And that was my like for today. Steve D, what do you like?
You know what you should do, Steve? You should do is you should call Samantha and say that you're gonna let in an axe murderer if she doesn't take you off.
I just might do that. I'll go, you have 10 minutes to get my battery.
It's just say people are buzzing me and they don't really speak English. I'm letting them in.
It sounds like they're cursing in a foreign language.
All I know is they're pissed off at somebody. They're asking, and then I'm letting them through. I mean, you should take me off because I'm just letting everybody through.
I will. I should.
And then if she gets really nasty, you just say, "I'm hoping they'll kill you so that something changes here." All right, is that too far? Oh, I'm always taking too far, guy. It's all fun and games. Please take it too far.
What is your? You know what? You had the opportunity to do D'Amico After Dark, where you could go as far as you wanted, and it has very much potential. But do you do it? No. I think you should, man.
Lazy.
All right, what do you like?
I like a documentary on Hulu. I think it's on regular Hulu. I don't know. Everybody's got to check for me.
Pull your mic up a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, you like it in different locations of my face.
Yeah, I guess I do.
it's down, it's high, it's too windy.
I just go by how it sounds.
Okay. I'll move it for you every time. So here's the documentary. It's called Exit Through the Gift Shop. It's excellent documentary. A really, really amazing story.
What are you talking about? You being sarcastic?
No. Not. This is what I like. No, not being sarcastic. It's excellent. Really is a good documentary. It's a documentary about street art, and in a basic sense, what it is these guys would take like stencils, spray paint stencils, and things like that, and different forms of art, and they would pretty much put it up in an urban city like just like graffiti, or maybe they would actually just spray paint on a wall, some kind of like artistic thing, and what they did was they become like artists eventually. You know, they do this so much, and then anyway, I'm bad at explaining. It's a really good documentary. The documentary is about a guy who he's a French shopkeeper. He's completely eccentric and likes to film everything. Like, he's a complete lunatic with filming things. He's always got a camera in his hand filming, and he finds his way into a group of these guys that is on the fringe of legality. These guys are actually technically breaking the law by putting graffiti up, and he follows them around and then finds one that's kind of a superstar in this kind of culture,
right,
and befriends him, and then some crazy stuff happens where I'm not going to, but let's just say the camera gets basically spun around onto the cameraman, because the documentary is pretty much about the guy behind the camera. It's interesting. Everybody should check it out.
It's really on Hulu?
It's on Hulu, but here's where the big, if you check out the chat, nobody dies. So somebody said in the chat room, somebody about dying. No, nobody dies. But if you check in the chat, there's the link. I think it might be Hulu Plus.
Oh, for the privileged.
Yes, for the Hulu Plus people. It's got to be on Netflix. I would think everything seems to be on Netflix, right?
Not on streaming. Less than you think.
Yeah. It's a documentary, so I would assume that something like this would be on there.
They do have a lot of documentaries.
Yeah. So I feel like it should be on Netflix. So everybody should look for that one and definitely seek it out. It's very good.
All right. Cool.
It's cool. And
real quick on the Netflix thing.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is having trouble, they're getting DRM errors and it says check your date time. Apparently that's an issue with Silverlight 4. You can go back to Silverlight 3, but you have to get the Silverlight 3 developer version.
I don't know why they use Silverlight. Is it that good?
No, Silverlight's not that good.
And people like Netflix. All right, that's good. Actually, that looks pretty interesting. I heard about that earlier today. That movie, and then
there is everybody also check out the wiki on it. There is some speculation that if there's speculation as to the authenticity of the documentary, but it does not matter. It does not matter. It's still very, very entertaining. Okay. And even though there's a speculation as to some of the some of the details in this, it's still really interesting, even if it becomes even if it is kind of I don't know, whatever. Just check it out either way. It doesn't make it less cool.
Okay.
It makes it it would make it even more cool. It's pretty cool. Definitely worth it.
All right.
Inspired by true events.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Me too. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's the best.
There's like 5 of those coming out right now, right?
Yes.
What the hell?
One after the other. They're all inspired by each other.
Inspired by making money.
What do you like, William?
What I like is a little show called Rome. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It was on HBO a while back. I think they had 2 seasons.
Okay.
I guess there's talks of a movie now too. Who knows? There's always talks of movies. But just probably one of the best series I've ever seen. Lots of blood and guts. If you don't like that stuff, you can avoid it.
It's an HBO series.
But, yeah. But just real good show.
You know,
blood, guts, and nudity.
Yeah, lots of that too.
You know, I gave that a shot. I did watch it. and like series like that, and The Tudors, and something else. I cannot get into any of them. I cannot. I don't like history. It's over. It's done with. It will not benefit me in the future. I have no interest. So I can't get into those shows, man. I tried, and people think I'm freaking nuts. They're like,
so you'd never read anything like I Was, right?
what? No, that's technical. I guess I like tech history. I like tech history. But as far
I wouldn't call Rome history. There's a little bit of history smattered in there, but mostly it's just it's just a good
it's a story. I mean, yeah, it's not like a
violent drama story. Yeah.
right. But it took place way back then when there was no computers back then.
They had the abacus.
No, I mean, I know a lot of people who really liked it. Do you like that, Steve D? Rome?
I never saw it, any of it. Like, I don't have HBO here, so but it looks
Netflix,
cool.
man.
Yeah. Cool.
You know, it would definitely be something I would get into though if I started watching it for sure.
All right, good one, William. I do recommend for others to watch it, but if you're like me, you won't like it.
I don't think anybody's like you. Nobody looks at it and goes, did this take place in the past? All right, this has been done and over with. Let's just move on.
Right. Is there any computers? Only ThinkPads? Screw it.
They go, you know what? They had computers back then.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's an abacus.
William said.
Well, they also
yeah,
had the machines. I can't think of the name of it right now to map the stars so you could see the position of the planets.
So
What is
boring.
that
That
damn
stuff
thing
is so
called?
boring. There's no
Somebody in the chat, help me out. What was that machine called?
they'll help you out. In the meantime, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like
Anything old.
history, anything old. Maps.
Maps rule.
Oh man.
No, I don't like when I don't like over acknowledgments when I'm on the phone trying to get customer service from somewhere where they repeat everything you say. We talked about this on Podnutz Pro in one of the post shows, but I'm going to repeat it here because I want to talk about it on Nutz at Night. Do you ever call for like support and you say, "Hi, I can't. I ordered a film on. No, I can't use Amazon as an example because they're a good service. But let's say TiVo. My TiVo box isn't working. I turn it on and it's unresponsive. Hi, sir. I understand that your TiVo box, when you turn it on, is unresponsive, and I'm sorry about that. Is that correct? The problem that you're having?" And I'm like,
Wait, so you hate it when you call somebody and you tell them their problem and they just repeat it right back to you.
repeat it right back to
Is that
me.
what you're saying to me?
Shut up! You almost had me. I was gonna be like, yeah, William, that is what I mean. But they get carried
I'm here
away.
to help you. We'll work through this together.
They get carried away because they're just told to do it. It's not
Yes.
like they really understood what I was saying. They just repeated what I was saying. They might not even understood one word of what I was saying, but they had to repeat it. And then they go on to say, "I understand that's a very frustrating thing." This is what Lalo and Matt were saying at the last Podnuts Pro. Yes, I understand how frustrating that can be. I'm like, and the best is
That
when
is very frustrating when people echo it back to you like that.
Shut up. The best is when they put you on hold, and then you come back from being on hold, and they go, "Sir, thank you for patiently waiting." And I say almost every time, I go, "I wasn't patiently waiting."
Yes, I do that every time too.
Do you?
Yes, I said that's, or I say something like, I don't know why you would assume such a thing.
Oh, it's funny to mess with them because, like, I was telling me and Steve D were talking about this before. You blow up their circuitry when you start injecting things like that are off the wall. They're programmed on a circuit to say certain things, and then you throw them a curveball, and they just cannot compute.
Yes, it's the exact same
Fixed action
word.
programming.
Right. It just breaks up their day, and then you could finally talk to the person behind the freaking robot when that happens. But I can't stand when they just keep repeating you, and then they call you Mister.
Take a cue from them, though.
What?
I think we could take a cue from them. To be honest, though, I mean, I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think the average person responds to that kind of thing. I'm sure Chris would be able to chime in on this issue. I bet that's part of eliminating their objections and then moving on.
You mean breaking up monotony?
Well, no, just empathy, the echoing, saying, "Okay, I got this. I'm with you. Can we move on to the solution now?"
No, but they don't
Yes.
see. There's a way to talk to somebody, and then there's a way to talk at somebody. When you talk to somebody, you are talking to the person, having a conversation. People could spit words at me, but not even have a concept that I'm actually there, and that I don't care what they're saying. You feel like you're being talked at. When people, it's more important that you're just talking to the person, you're communicating to the person, than saying a patter, like a repetitive patter that somebody told you to say. People want to feel like they're being listened to, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely presentation on how you do it. I mean, just doing it because you're supposed to do it is going to be crap. You need to do it the right way.
Right. I just want to feel like I'm understood.
That's why they say that. But they're not supposed to say it the way they're saying it. Like, oh, yes, I understand what you're saying.
Exactly. Mr. Steve. Yes, Mr. Steve. Would you stop calling me Mr. Steve, please? Hate when they do that, too. Okay.
Mr. Steve? A Mr. for the first name?
Mr. Yeah. Mr. Steve.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They don't say Mr. Cherubino?
Well, they never get the name right, but when they try, sometimes they try and they get no. But it's usually Mr. Steve. I guess that's a foreign thing. That's what you call people Mr. in their first name. I don't know.
That is a little strange.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? I lost track in my anger.
I'm pretty sure it's Steve's turn.
Okay.
I got a 2/3 chance of being right.
Steve T, what do you not like?
I really don't like it when people I still don't like snow, by the way. I'm really not happy. There's only so much snow a human can take before they start to just become homicidal.
Wait, that's not your dislike.
No, okay. On that note, so I'm getting sick and tired of the snow. But and what I really don't like about the snow. I hate it when people are shoveling the front of their driveway and they just take, because they're just lazy asses, they just take everything and just throw it into the street.
Yeah.
So now the rest of us have to just go over basically a sheet of ice in front of their driveways. That's what you call selfish.
You know what I like is when somebody's trying to be nice and they shovel the entire block, the walkway on the entire block, and they shovel it into the street just like you're talking about. Well, let's pretend you have a teeny little car that your wife drives that can't bust through this drift. So now this nice help person took all this wonderful, fresh, easy to walk through, drive over snow, and has made it into a giant cube of ice that you have to go out, break up, get out of the street now, where you could have just driven over it in the first place and waited till noon and it'd all be gone.
I'm with you. I mean, if you guys look at your monitor now, this is how much I sympathize with you guys. William, what do you not like? What don't you like?
Well, were you done, Steve? I kind of jumped in there.
Oh, yeah, Steve, I'm sorry. Are you done?
Actually, I'd have a part 2, which is completely related. And I hate this movie. This is the movie. When you guys we talking about like movies that take like a crazy right turn, or like there's a crazy twist in the movie, and it's trying to fool you the entire movie. And this is a movie that did that to me, and it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It's called Hide and Seek. It was horrible.
This was with Robert De Niro, wasn't it?
He was stupid in this movie. It was Robert De Niro and Dakota Fanning, and it was just a stupid movie. It was like this mock fake horror movie, and I say fake horror movie because it's supposed to be a horror movie, but there's no horror. It's all watered down and and stupid, and it's supposed to be a psychological thriller. It's not psychological thriller. It's just stupid. Because they wanted to get a PG-13 rating for a horror movie. And then this is the worst of the worst, because not only did they make a PG-13 horror movie, a 13-year-old can watch this movie, okay? And then they also made that crazy like twist at the end that's just stupid. One of those twists that you just go, oh, God.
Okay, I was going to watch that movie tonight, and now you ruined it.
I watched this movie. I remember watching it. I remember who's in it, but it was so bad I honestly don't remember anything about the movie.
I remember, you know what?
I want him to give me a synopsis because I know I wasted the time to watch it, but I just have no idea what it was about. I know Dakota Fanning and Robert De Niro were in it. But I think she was standing in a closet for part of the movie, right?
For part of the movie, she was in a closet.
Yes, there was a part where she was in the closet, and there's like supposedly like this killer
That's
like
what I remember
scary.
about this movie.
Yeah, that's like scaring and like doing things in the house, and somehow, oh my god, the killer's in the house. And but then what turns out is actually that it's the dad.
You ruined it. You got to say spoiler alert.
No, I'm not saying spoiler alert, not for this.
Let's
If
move
I
on. That was
ruin this,
history.
look, this movie was ruined. This movie in its present form is ruined. Okay, it's such a piece of crap. So to give away a spoiler for a movie from 2005,
It's not even a spoiler. It's like a fixer.
No.
Like you're doing us a favor.
yes, I'm doing you a favor. You don't have
I've got
to
one better
watch it
for
because
you.
I gave you the ending.
Which one?
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about Forbidden Planet, like 1953 Forbidden Planet. Dude's like, no, don't talk about it. I haven't watched it yet. It's in my Netflix queue. Dude, that movie is 67 years old. That is free reign. Get over it.
I guess
This isn't even.
if they're having a one-on-one conversation, you could be polite to your friend and not spoil it.
I'm telling everybody not to watch this movie. So if you're gonna watch this movie after I said that, then shame on you. But
favor alert.
Yeah, but anyway, it's basically Dakota Fanning and Robert De Niro in a house, and they're both like freaked out by this like killer that's leaving like things like doing stupid stuff like writing on the wall in blood. It's not even nobody's cut, nobody's hurt, whatever. Where'd the blood come from? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Who needs a plot? And anyway, so then they're like, and what's going on? It turns out that the dad has a split personality. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they start showing like home surveillance of him doing that stuff, right?
Yeah, and he's like racing and trying to kill her, and he's chasing her around, and it's just like,
Oh my God, why didn't I watch my own home surveillance to see who's in my house?
it's just stupid. And he doesn't remember his other personality that's in his head. He doesn't remember. Oh my God. And she doesn't say anything that, oh, Dad, it's you the whole time. Oh, come on. It's just stupid. Like, oh,
I got you.
Facepalm.
All right. You don't like it.
it's just dumb.
Cool. Thanks. I definitely won't watch it. I'm serious. William, what do you?
I don't think you would have.
William, what do you not like?
Mine's kind of lame, but it really is a problem I have. I don't like being on the shows with you guys, and don't cut me off. Don't hang up on me or nothing, because it creates a problem in my workflow for the next week, because I've already seen the show, so now I have nothing to listen to. I have 2 or 3 hours less content for the week.
How the hell do you think I feel about that? Think about it. No, I'm sorry. I'm hanging
That
up on you.
explains the zombie complexion there.
I can't think. If I go up and put my hand over the lens, it turns back color. But I can't keep getting up and doing that. I got to find a way to adjust it. But I can hang up on you if you want to listen to the rest of the show on your podcast.
No. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Steve, you look like you're in Moonlight.
That's right. That's right. It's so bright. Oops, over here, so bright.
He's very, for all your audio listeners, he's very gray.
Yeah, and I don't normally look like this. I wish you could all see me.
A little bit of
living
green
color.
tinge.
All right, let's read some emails. What do you say, guys?
I
Yeah.
think you should read them, unless you're going to send them to us, but
No, I'll read them.
we'll
Ooh,
listen.
Yeah.
This is actually really funny. Reliant sent me this. This is awesome. Here we go. Watch and listen.
Oh,
Here we go.
yeah, this is good.
Okay, where's the sound? All right, let me stop the recording. Because this I'm not going to stand for anymore.
Is it mono again? Are you on the wrong channel?
No, it should play. It's weird. All the other videos played.
Oh, what we've got right here is a brand new garage door opener.
Reload it.
Is that you breathing, Steve?
Oh man, it ain't him. It's gotta be me.
All right, I'm
I
gonna try
can't
this.
hear myself do it too. That's the
know.
problem that I have.
We've got to
If
get
I-
you a better mic, huh?
If I could just hear myself do it, I'd feel so much better about it. You know, but I can't hear myself going into the microphone, driving everybody nuts.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick fix here. I know this is almost the end of the show. We're like in the home stretch, but this.
This guy still had me. I thought, oh, cool. Yeah, I was going to do this to mine because I carry around a garage door opener on mine.
Well, this is very cool. It's very techy and it's geeky.
I just Velcro mine to mine, though.
It is amazing that we cannot. I can't hear this. Do you guys hear it?
Nope.
No.
I've gone deaf.
2 more taps.
There it is.
We'll go ahead and close it now as a demonstration. And there we go.
Okay, whoa, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
You're ruining it. No, no,
Okay.
no.
Open the garage door. It's
Don't
you gotta
look.
cover
Don't
it up.
look. I'm covering up, trying to cover up the screen, but I can't. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go from the beginning.
Windows D.
Here's my demonstration of a product for my BMW F800S. Coming home, many a time it's a pain, especially at night, having to stop the bike outside the house, get off, go all the way down to the garage, unlock the garage, open the door, come back up to the bike, get on the bike, back it down into the garage. So I thought there must be an easier way, and this is my approach. It works off the horn switch. As you can see, the garage door is closed. Going over to the hooter switch, I'm going to tap about twice within a 2-second period. As you can see, the garage door opens automatically. It's excellent, works really well.
That's a cool garage.
2 more taps. We'll go ahead and close it now as a demonstration. And there we go. With this product, you no longer need to get off and open the garage door. It's completely automatic. It's fairly easy with a small modification to open a gate if you had a gate to your yard. I don't, but it wouldn't be too difficult to reprogram it to open a gate if need be. So there you have it. Made possible with children, simple to make. I've got 2 spares if anybody's short. Let me know. Thanks.
He's got 2 spares if
2
anybody's.
spares.
That's awesome. Kevin, that was a great link.
I like how he calls it the hooter. I just push the hooter.
Is that what he called it, a hooter?
Yeah, he
Didn't he,
talks
at some
funny.
point?
He talks funny.
He really does.
Garage.
He didn't even call it a garage.
Okay. Let's see here.
I've got my garage full of aluminium.
The next one is actually a Podnutz Daily question. It's from Michael. Steve, you actually answered him about the eBay question.
Oh, I could blow through it real quick.
You mean podnutz.com/eBay?
Yeah, podnutz.com/eBay. Let's save it for next time. We're
Okay.
crap. I gotta hit the record button. We're recording on Justin, but I gotta transfer the audio over now. Darn it. Okay. All right. Well, that is gonna be it for tonight's show. I want to thank everybody for watching, listening, streaming. And Steve D, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, SMDSteve, and you can also find me on. You can find my blog at stevedbcode.com.
Awesome. William, where can people find you?
You can find me sitting in this nice, comfy chair.
I can tell.
Gymstatecomputers.com, flexibletechsupport.com, William_GSC on Twitter.
Awesome. I like William's camera view. It's like complete. It's down at a 45-degree angle or more towards the floor, so he can just recline and be in view. I love
I'm
that.
actually laying on the ground.
I can tell.
My floor is green. I've just green screened it out. I'm actually laying straight on the floor.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes. Speaking of green, I'll try not to be green for you guys next show. I feel good. I do. Don't let this complexion fool you. Okay, that's going to be it for Nutz at Night. Thank you all for watching, listening, streaming. We will see you next time.